Hello, welcome to the Stretford Enders full-time Man City 6, United 3. Totally unacceptable performance by United. Every United fan is going to have their own view on today's game. You know, when you look at the fact that we looked like we were turned our bad start to the season around. Before today, we won 4 games in a row. But after watching that game today, you see the difference in quality between us and Man City. Take nothing away from them. They were outstanding for the whole of the game. But in regards to United, the performance from all of these United players today was totally unacceptable, especially in that first half. You know, before the game, I was thinking, it's going to be a difficult place to go. It's going to be difficult to get a result there, considering the form they're in and the quality of players that they have. But I still thought, if you can keep it tight for the first half hour of the game, then, try and hit them on the counter-attack. It just never happened at all, especially in that first half. Defensively, we were terrible. Midfield, going forwards, there wasn't any player at all in that first half that were offering anything for United. And, the way that we played in that first half, Manchester derby, they should mean something to these United players. It just felt like this game didn't mean anything to any of these United players at all. And it seems to be the same old story at this football club, where we take one step forward, and we're taking a couple of steps back. But the first half was totally unacceptable. It was 4-0 down at half time. Some United fans decided to walk out at half time. They'd obviously seen enough after watching our first half performance. I don't blame them. There's a lot of United fans out there who go and watch United week in, week out. They give up their time, their money to go and watch our team. And that group of United players putting that type of performance today. Like I said, it just seems like some of these United players on the pitch, whether they think they're bigger than the club or whether they just feel that they can turn up and play when they want to, is totally unacceptable. It's a Manchester derby. It's one of the biggest games of the season. These, like I said, we haven't had a game in the league for 3 weeks. These players should have been ready. Yes, there's been international games during the week, but these players still should have been ready for the game. And at half time, I just felt deflated. More to do with the fact that the way that we were playing in the first half, it was like watching men versus boys. Second half, I thought we were a little slightly better, not much better, but slightly better. But it couldn't get considering after what we were watching in that first half. I don't think the players could have played any worse. Anthony pulled the goal back for us early in the second half. But even after we scored that goal, again, we allowed Man City to carry on playing the way that they wanted to play. We allowed Man City just to completely dominate the game today, which was, as I say, it's totally unacceptable. Then 5-1 went to 6-1. Martial scored a few late goals for us. I thought, when he came on, he looked bright. He looked like the only United player who looked like he wants to actually do something in the squad today. And there are going to be a lot of question marks over this football club and the way that we were set up and the way that we played. Throughout the game today. Did Ten Hag get the team selection wrong? Possibly. In my opinion, Scott McTominay shouldn't be getting anywhere near this Manchester United team. But that's my opinion. Every Manchester United fan is going to have their own opinion on whether Scott McTominay should have started. We signed Casemiro. He played like 15 minutes since he's joined. I mean, to me, it just feels like a waste of money. And when we did sign Casemiro, I thought, it's got to be Eriksen and Casemiro in that midfield. It hasn't happened for whatever reason. Ten Hag must see some kind of potential in Scott McTominay that the rest of us are not seeing. There was you could see that Ronaldo just felt unwanted. There was a few occasions throughout the game where the cameras were pointing at Ronaldo, and you could just tell by his facial impression. You could just tell by his face he just felt unwanted at Manchester United. A lot of people thought he would have gone in the summer transfer window. That didn't happen. But in games like this, whatever's going on behind the scenes, you know that Ronaldo will come on and give you a performance. And I think at half time, we should have been making changes in the first half and a half time to try and make a difference in this game. It didn't happen at all. I think the players are going to, obviously the players are going to play a massive part in the way that we lost and in the one and in the manner that we lost the game today. But I also think Ten Hag has got to take some criticism as well with the way that we set up tactically, and also with the team selection as well. And the performances going forward from these United players need to be a lot better. A lot of people will say you can't get too disheartened by this result, because a lot of people would say that Man City would have been the favourites before this game to go and win. They may have been with the quality of players they have and the form they've been in, but you'd expect United to go out there and play a lot better than they actually have today. We've got a tough in October. We've got some tough games coming up, and I just hope the way that we lost against Man City today, I just really hope it doesn't set these players back, because I think we've seen it before where we've lost a game heavily, and it has seemed to affect the United players' confidence in the past. But Eric Ten Hag, he's got to keep on working with these players. We all know that things weren't going to change overnight, and it's going to take time for Eric Ten Hag to stamp his own authority on a football club and make it turn us back into a successful football club again. But when you look at some of the players that we have here, I think some of you will agree that they're not good enough to play for this football club. In my opinion, Scott McTominay especially, like I said, I don't think he should be getting into this Manchester United team. Thank you all for watching the fan reaction to today's match. I think we were all hoping the result was going to be much better than actually it was. I just hope that it doesn't affect the players' confidence with the way that we lost today. Smash a like on the video if you've enjoyed watching. Keep on subscribing to the channel on the bottom right hand corner. I'll be back next weekend. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.